Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing a couple movie reviews. I have a lot to show. I've even started the month is like not even a third of the way through, and I've already watched 12 movies. So I'm going to go ahead and show off what I've been watching. So it's like one a day almost. I know. But anyway, I'm going to start off with this comedy drama called Adventures in Public School. This is a Gravitas Ventures release, 86 minutes from 2017. Stars Judy Greer, plays the mom of this guy. I think this is Daniel Doney, and then the girl is Siobhan Williams. So she had cancer in her leg, so she had it removed. So she's like the one-legged girl of the high school, I guess. He's a homeschool. His teacher is his mom. He wants to go to public school, so he goes for like a year. And things just get really weird for him since he doesn't have a lot of friends and a lot of people don't like him. And there's some sort of mix-up, so he's supposed to be like, this one girl exchange student didn't show up for some reason. They thought she was dead, so he pretty much took her identity, but it was just really silly. But anyway, it's a decent drama. It shows like the relationship between the son and the mother, and then him and her. They don't get together. It's just he has a crush on her. She has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend's a dick, and what he has to deal with. They become good friends in the movie. There's a little bit of a fling here and there, but nothing really happens. But the ending's pretty cool because the girl that was supposedly dead comes in, and then he goes to college, and then apparently the exchange student actually meets him at the college, and it just kind of ends there. So not a bad watch. I might upgrade in the future, but I'm definitely going to send this one away for now. So if you're interested, let me know. It is so usually Gravitas Ventures is a burn-on-demand company, but it's actually a press disc, so that was interesting. I bought this from Family Video when they were going out of business, so no, pretty good watch for what I paid for it. Next one here, this one was a really cool watch. This was like a TV movie, I think, from 1985, based out of, I think, Australia. Yeah, it's actually set in Australia. I believe it was actually an Australian film called Fortress. Basically, it's about this school teacher and her kids. She's teaching the class, and then all of a sudden these four-masked gunmen show up, and they take them hostage, and then they, there's no real reason why they're there. It's just, I don't remember anyway, but they kidnap them, and they take them to this countryside area, but then they end up hiding in a cave, and they get away from these guys, and they meet them up again, and then they had a whole little, like, they have to defend themselves against these idiots. It's a pretty good drama. Some action as well. It's released by HBO Video. So the teacher in here, played by Rachel Ward, she's a pretty decent actress. Not a lot of real like high profile names in here, but still a good watch. So if you guys like that kind of movie, definitely should pick up Fortress. Next one here is from Focus Features, which is a sub-label of Universal. This is from 2004, and this is My Summer of Love with Natalie Press, Emily Blunt, and Paddy Considine. Another like coming-of-age drama about these two. Emily Blunt's character, I guess she's like, it takes place in the UK, so I don't know what her age is. I think she's like 15 or somewhere in that general area, 16. She lives with her brother, and he's kind of a dick. And she's trying to figure out her life. She's like a free spirit, and then she's just laying in a field one day, and then this girl on horseback, played by Natalie Press, shows up, sees if she's okay, and she's fine. She's just, you know, laying there, taking everything in, I guess. They become friends, and then there's a little bit of a romance between the two. And then what they deal with that special romance that they have, and then she can't be like that in front of her parents, and then she gets pissed off and she leaves. They have a little bit of a fight, and then the ending was a little weird for me. It just kind of just like they fight, and then she leaves, and it just kind of ends. So not a bad watch. Definitely recommend you guys check this out. There is an imprint Blu-ray, or yeah, imprint Blu-ray here available. I don't think if there is a Blu-ray here in the States, it's out of print, but pretty decent watch. I don't know if I'll watch it again though, to be honest. Next one here is a Synapse release of a film from 1997. This is also a View Askew release, which is weird because it is produced by Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier. This is a movie called A Better Place. I bought this for like under $2 at an FYE in their clearance bin area. I'm glad I did. It's a pretty enjoyable film. It's definitely strange. It says it compares it to The Lord of the Flies. Kinda, sort of. It's kind of like those like early mid-90s like coming of age tales where the kids are trying to figure out their lives and they make bad decisions. And there's a lot of bad decisions in this film. Basically, it's about this kid who has a bad first day of high school. He's like bullied. Which guy was it again? This kid here is bullied, and this guy comes to defend him. But this guy's not a good guy at all. He's very rebellious, but not like the good kind of rebellious. And as you can see there, he has a gun, and he knows how to use it. So they have a friendship, and then he goes really wild off his rocker, and then he's like trying to like distance himself from him. And yeah, it's kind of a rough watch here and there, but really enjoyable. Definitely recommend it if you guys are into those kinds of films. Comes with a nice little booklet inside, chapter selection. There's also like a bunch of like there's like a whole essay in here that's about 5 pages long. And there's a couple like scenes from the movie as well. So definitely recommend A Better Place. Next one here is, this one was a little bit of a strange film. It's a chiller film release. Also put out by Modern Cine. I think this is a Canadian release. Yeah, because it's in English and French on the back. It's called Ghoul. It's from 2012. It's definitely on the cheesier side of horror. I guess it's more of a horror comedy. Stars Nolan Gould. He was in Modern Family. That kid right there. Anyway, it takes place in the year 1984. They're enjoying their summer, and then a teenage couple goes missing among the gravestones of a local cemetery. And then there's like this like demon type of guy living out there, and it's just really strange. It's definitely a cheesy kid horror movie, but it does have, I remember having a lot of like, it actually has a lot of blood and gore in it. So I guess I shouldn't say it's a kid movie, but it has, you know, obviously kids in it. 81 minutes long. Not a bad film if you guys like cheesy stuff like that. This one was, I really enjoyed this one. I got this at FYE. This was a blind buy. This is a Lionsgate release. There is no Blu-ray. I wish there was. Of course, it's only available in full screen, so I had to watch it in full screen. This is a film called Ripe, starring Monica Keena, Daisy Egan, Gordon Curry. Especially about these two sisters. They have abusive parents. A lot of the scenes in here involving the abusive parents is just really like effed up. Basically, they're in the car together. There's a car accident. The two girls are okay. The parents die, and instead of just staying there waiting for the cops to get there, they bolt out of there, start their own lives. They're trying to head their way to Kentucky to start a new life. And I think they're trying to rob places and steal money and whatnot. But they meet up this handyman guy. They flirt with him. Then they go to a military base where he's working, and they stay with him. And then the girls don't really like him, but they need somewhere to stay, so they just stay there. And this one girl, I think this is the one, yeah, Monica Keena's character. Oh wait, no, I think it was Monica Keena's. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, the other girl. Daisy Egan's character, Rosie, she sleeps with the guy, and there's a relationship there. Monica Keena just doesn't want to have anything to do with him. She feels like he's getting in the way. So what does she do? She takes care of business, and then this really separates the two girls. And the ending is really shocking. So highly recommend this one if you guys enjoy like movies from the late 90s. It's from 1990, actually, yeah, 96, 95. The cool thing is there's two different cuts of there's two different versions of the film on here. There's a color version and a black and white version. I watched the color version, so I wish Lionsgate would release this on Blu-ray, but that's a stretch. So Lionsgate, if you are watching, maybe a Blu-ray, but I don't see that happening. Got around to watching The New Daughter with Kevin Costner, Samantha Mathis, Noah Taylor. It's a really creepy movie. It's basically about this Kevin Costner. He's a divorced father. They move into this new house, but apparently the house turns the adolescent girls into they getting taken over by some entity or something. It's very strange, but I enjoyed this film quite a bit. It's from the director of Wreck and Quarantine, Luis. I can't say his last name. Berdijo. Yeah, Luis Berdijo. Yeah. I am a fan of Kevin Costner. He's a good actor. I don't know about his whole situation right now, but definitely enjoyed this film. So if you guys enjoy like creepy kid movies, definitely check that out. I pulled this out of one of my boxes just on a whim, and I watched it, and it was very interesting. This is from 1973. I think it's from 73. Of course, it doesn't tell me. Just has the reissue date on it. It is dubbed in English, but I think it's like either German, or I think it's a German film, but it's dubbed in English. So we have the original Pippi Longstocking with what's her face, Inger Nilsson. It's a very weird movie. It's definitely I guess not really family friendly movie, but kind of like a family film from the early 70s. The scan on here is not great, but I'm definitely going to upgrade it when I can. Basically, if you guys don't know who Pippi Longstocking is, she's this redheaded girl with pigtails, and her father was lost at sea and she made it out. She thinks that he made it out, but she doesn't know. But you know, spoiler alert, he does show up at the end of the film. She just happens to go to town. This one lady, I think she's like like one of the, you know, Karens in the village. She finds out that she's living alone, so she wants to, you know, call child services or whatever it was in this town to put her in a foster home or something like that, and she doesn't want to, and she basically eludes police and the local policemen and whatnot. It's a funny, like, family comedy film, so definitely enjoyable. You know, you got your insert and everything, so not a bad film. Oh boy, this one was interesting. There is a Blu-ray out there now, from a partner label on Vinegar Syndrome. I liked the movie. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade though. It's definitely a cheesy film. It's called Night Chills. I did not pay $7 for this. I think I paid like $2. Basically, it's like a role-playing kind of movie with, you know, revenge type deal. So basically, this one loner kid, played by Michael Wayne Walton, he's in this role-playing kind of game, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, with a bunch of these other people. I don't think they're in high school. I think they're in college or something. And he's a real loner. He likes this girl. She's dating an asshole, and he's trying to, you know, trying to save the day type deal, like, you know, a knight in shining armor. Basically, he gets really depressed and he commits suicide. He runs his car into a tree and dies. And there's like the people in the role-playing community. Some of them are sad. Some of them just don't care because they didn't like the guy. And the kid's mom is trying to blame the death on this, his former high school teacher who got him into the role-playing thing. And randomly, some guy in a knight costume on horseback starts going around killing all the people in the role-playing circle that did not like this guy. You actually, I don't believe, you don't even find out who the knight is. It just randomly ends on just a cliffhanger, and it's just like, what the hell did I just watch? But definitely an interesting watch for sure. It's from 2001. It's PG-13, but I think it should have been rated R at least. But there's not a lot of gore in it. There is blood, but there's not any gore in it though. So, very interesting movie. Next one here is a UK film from 1999 called Human Traffic. This is a Miramax release. Basically, this movie was made around kind of like a couple years after Trainspotting, so it has that vibe to it. Basically, it's about these five. It only shows four people on the cover. There's actually five characters in here. This is what they go through every day, their work day, their family life, and it's also about this 48-hour window where they go clubbing, pubbing, and partying. Movie's okay. I didn't really care for it all that much. Some of the characters are cool. Some of them are just, you know, whatever. So I don't recommend it unless you like movies like that. But it was okay. It was okay. Probably not going to keep that one around. This movie was freaking weird. I didn't get the Vinegar Syndrome release. I have the Trauma release. This is Night Beast. 1982 creature feature horror film about this random alien crashes into somewhere in the US. And it's just basically him just, you know, killing people just randomly. He's really disgusting looking, really creepy. I don't have much else to say about this film. Like I said, the effects in here are just awful. It's just like when he shoots his laser gun at the humans, they kind of just, they blow up, but it doesn't show any blood or anything. It just shows like some sort of like CGI explosion from the 80s, and it's just really bad. But I enjoyed this film. It just made me laugh. One thing to talk about in here is that the music was done by J.J. Abrams and Robert Walsh, so that was cool. This is directed by Don Dollar and Dave Getty. I enjoy some of Don Dollar's films, so if you guys enjoy that, I highly recommend you pick up Night Beast. And the last one here is a film that I thought I watched before. I remember some of it. I don't think I watched the whole thing. But this is My Boyfriend's Back. This is a Kino Lorber title. I don't really enjoy this artwork as much as the reverse art that's inside. This is the original cover art from the VHS, which I have as well. Basically, it's about this kid named Johnny. He's like this girl ever since they were in first grade, and this is in like high school, and she's dating this jock. He's a real dick, and one day he comes up with this idea to save her life by faking his best friend coming into the gas station or convenience store where she works and does a fake robbery. Well, that gets blown real quick because he's the friend standing outside, and then this real robber comes in and, you know, takes over for him, and he's trying to rob the place, and he pretty much sacrifices his life for her, and then he dies, and then he comes back to life as a zombie. It's really weird. It's fun. It's not really a horror film, it's more like a comedy, but I enjoyed this film quite a bit, to be honest. Cloris Leachman is in this film. You guys remember her. This is from 1993, 85 minutes. Produced by Sean S. Cunningham, directed by Bob Balaban, and music by Harry Manfredini. So, really enjoyed this film. So that's everything I have to show off today for movie reviews. Stay tuned for pickup videos. And I'm going to do an unboxing here pretty soon. I got it boxed in from Kenny's Movie Palace. I don't know what's inside. I'm going to have my brother join me for that one, probably later today. So stay tuned for that. So please let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these films and what you thought of them, or if you're intrigued by them. And you guys take care and have a great Tuesday, and don't buy everything that comes out today. Hey.